Hi, Rach. I hope you're all doing well. Miss Holden here. For today's online session, we're going to be doing about sequences, which is something that you have done in LP1. So it's kind of like a recap, going to be different types of sequences, okay? We're just going to quickly, if you just look at the screen, I do have my screen shared with you here, so you can just go along with me. It's just going to be like a normal lesson in school, so there will be a word example. I'll probably do about 2 or 3. And then there'll be some questions for you to answer where you'll be able to pause the video and then you will have answers, and that's it really. And then if you have any questions at all, I'll put my email at the end of this video and you can email me any questions, send me your work, whatever. I'm here, I'm available for you, here to help, okay? So just quickly, what is going to be happening. So each week there will be 2 online videos that will follow along with the online guide found on the school website. So if you go to the school website, which is here, the birkenheadparkschool.com, which you should have been on already, but if you haven't, make sure you go on. And it just gives you a guide of what you should be doing each week. Okay, so this week I think it was surface area and sequences, which is 2 completely different subjects. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 lessons on sequences, and then next week I'll be doing the surface area, cubes and cuboids. Okay. So what we'll be doing today, so I've already discussed this, we'll be going through sequences. We'll be looking at different types of sequences using keywords because they are really important. And we're going to be looking at these 3 types of sequences. So we've got arithmetic, geometric, and Fibonacci. Okay. Right, so starting off then, here we can see basic sequence, which, like I said, this is kind of a recap for us. So something like this is the basic, the arithmetic sequence, okay? And we can see that it's going up in 2s, okay? And this means what an arithmetic sequence is that it increases or decreases by the same amount each time. Another important keyword in this is the word term, okay? And if we don't know or we've forgotten, each number is called a term, okay? So the first term is 5, the second term is 7, the third term is 9. So we call these numbers in a sequence term. So if you hear me say that word, you know what I mean. Okay, so starting off with our first word example, okay? So like I said before, this is kind of the basic. So as we can see here, we're going to have to state the term-to-term rule. Sorry, state the term-to-term rule of the sequence and find the next 2 terms of the sequence, okay? So the term-to-term rule means what is it going up in, okay? So we can see it's going from 8 to 11, so let's add 3, 11 to 14. Yeah, it's adding 3 each time, so that's the rule, okay? And the next 2 terms, very simply, 23 and 26, nice and easy. Okay, so next example, state the term-to-term rule of the sequence. Again, find the next 2 terms of the sequence. So this time a little bit different, have a little think about it. Is it going up, is it going down? Okay, so we can see that it is actually going down in 5. So it's taking away 5 each time. Okay, so therefore the rule is take away 5 and the next terms are 25 and 20. Okay, so that's really, really basic. Getting our brains working a little bit, thinking about what a sequence is, what a term is, positive and negative, and the difference between them. Okay, so what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to leave these questions on the screen for you to complete. Okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to pause the video, so then you can take your time, take as much time as you need to answer these questions. You've got red here, amber and green questions, okay? Now obviously you go to the level that suits you best. You could do all of them if you wanted to, if you've got plenty of time, or you can just do the 1 colour, you could do 2 colours, you could do a couple from each. Okay, so if you want to pause the video now, write it down on a piece of paper, and then we're going to mark them once you're finished. Okay, right, so hopefully you paused the video, and now we're going to mark our answers, so let's see how many we got correct. There you go, there's your answers. Again, pause the video now because it might go a bit quick because I'm going to quickly move on, but if you need to pause it and check your answers, and hopefully you got some of those right. Okay, so we're going to move on now to a geometric sequence, okay, and it is different to an arithmetic sequence. Okay, so if we look at this sequence here, 3, 6, 12, 24, 40, okay. Now we need to think about what's that going up in. Add 3 for the first one, and then add 6. That's not going up the same. And then this one's going from 12 to 24, and that's at 12. So actually, when I'm thinking about that, it's actually doubling there. Well, actually, no, because then, oh, maybe. So if you're doubling each time, yeah, actually, I think that does work. So that's times them by 2. So, I mean, I don't know if you saw that anyway. I was just trying to make you think about that. But the geometric sequence is here, okay? So it says this means the sequence increases or decreases by a multiplier. So the difference between them basically is that you're multiplying instead of adding or taking away. Okay? Right, so word example number 1. So it's the same question really as before. We've got to state the term to term rule, okay, what's happening. Then we're going to find the next 2 terms of the sequence, okay? Now, if we look here, we know it's a geometric sequence because that's what we're doing about. So you could say add 2, yeah, but then if you look, it's add 4, so that's not the same, so it can't be that. So it's actually a geometric sequence. So if you look, it's actually doubling, isn't it? 2, 4, 8. It's doubling each time. So the actual rule is multiplying by 2, okay? And that would mean that the next terms would be 32 and 64. Okay, next one. Okay, so now we've got 10, 20, 40, and 80, okay? Now, looking at that, I can see that, again, is doing the same as before. It's doubling each time, isn't it? It's multiplying by 2. 10 times by 2 is 20, times by 2 is 40, times by 2 is 80, okay? So the rule will be to multiply by 2, and the next term, well, if you double 80, 160, double 160, you get 320. Okay. Right, so just left some questions again on the screen for you. So you just pause it here just like before, have a little go, pick your colour. You can do more than one colour just like I said, and there's some purple questions at the bottom as well. Okay, so if you just want to pause the video now and have a go. Okay, right, and hopefully pause the video. Here are the answers if you just want to mark. Okay, well done everyone, doing really well so far, okay? Right, so our last sequence for today is the Fibonacci sequence. If you remember what that is, well done, excellent. If I was asking someone now, hopefully they could tell me. But if you've forgotten, a Fibonacci sequence is basically when you add 2 previous terms being the key word there, numbers, together to get the next term. So for example, if we look at this first one, 1 add 1 gives you 2. 1 add 2 gives you 3, and 2 add 3 gives you 5. So all it's asking you for here is the next 2 terms. So 3 add 5 would give us 8. And then 5 plus 8 would give us 13, and that's the next 2 terms, okay? One more example. So Fibonacci's are just the same for every single one. The rule is the same. You're adding the 2 previous terms together to get the next one. So we've got 1 plus 3 gives us 4. 3 plus 4 gives us 7. 4 plus 7 gives us 11. 7 plus 11 gives us 18. 11 plus 18 gives us 29. Okay? So again, once you know the rule, it's pretty straightforward. So here's your questions, and if you just look here, there is some ones with a little bit different, but if you actually think about it, they're quite straightforward. So have a little think about those and have a go. Again, you can do all the colours, or you can just pick 2 colours or just the one, and your purple is your challenge question there, okay? So pause the video now and have a little go. Okay, right, so let's check our answers then. There we go, there's our answers. Okay, well done. If you got all your colour right, absolutely fantastic. Brilliant, amazing at sequences. Okay, right, so that's it really. We are pretty much done. It's a very basic first lesson. Just recapping sequences really, and the different types. Tomorrow we're going to be doing about the nth term. Again, recapping this. We have done it in LP1. It was a while ago, so we're going to go over that, and it's finding and using the nth term. Okay, so tomorrow or if you're going to do it tomorrow, but anytime this week when you're going to do it, the next video will be using and finding the nth term, which will be a little bit more challenging, okay? So you're more than happy to send me your work via my email, which is here, okay? Any questions at all, anything at all, just email me if you're stuck on anything. If it's something not related to this lesson and you're stuck on something, send me it. I'm more than happy to answer any questions. Like I said before, send me your work, just take a picture of it on your phone and send it via the email. And yeah, so I will see you in the next session. Stay safe, keep well, and I will see you soon. Bye.